but this is expected. One, Brian Kenny with Joe Goose away here. I know, Joe, we were talking the inside. What do you expect to see?
I expect to see, and if you touch Jamal James, he will touch you again on the inside sooner or later, but they can both fight on the zone.
Yeah, these guys like to trade, and they're both coming on a good firefight, and Jamal James really went at it with Antonio hard fought, so these guys like to throw, even though...
Toughest fight was against the southpaw. Doing that, but that was a nice right hand by Dulorme to the...
Well, I take my hat off to him. What he's doing with the kids, both of our communities.
Middle of Minneapolis on a daily basis, wants to go back with a win, but as Dulorme able to counter and throw that jab to the body, two jabs to the...
Well, you saw James, he got hung up on the ropes for a second, and that allowed...
Ring rankings, but I mean, think about Mike spoke to your guy, Joe, Sergey Lipinets, Ugas.
Got a fight coming up, obviously, October 10th.
Right hand more compact, firing off that shot, but blocked by James. James early on, really nicely. Joe, what are your thoughts early on?
Yeah, no, it gets close. He's going to hit you on the arms, body, anywhere. Wears you out. It's going to be up to Jamal James to be fleet of foot. And
every time he gets backed up against the ropes.
You're there in Los Angeles in the theater. How bad is that blood on James? I just see a little bit of bleeding under the...
James can do this. He can throw the straight punches because Dulorme winds...
Dulorme able to bide his time, fires off a hard right hand.
And he doubled up on the right hand earlier, but he's got to be careful. Third round only. Dulorme still very...
We're going to stay right here between rounds. That was outstanding action midway through. Just James...
But I think what Brian's saying is very accurate because Dulorme...
James is right. He's also able to fire that right hand straight through the guard, 39 to 26. Again, James, you can see that here in the ring now.
Yeah, James is and be more authoritative with the punches, especially with him.
Both hands. I tell you, he's got good power.
Concentrate to keep that right hand right next to his ear. I was going to say, there's a lot... Oh, good right hand by Jamal.
But only one guy can step up in that class and fight.
Joel Diaz, I guarantee you, gave the green couple of rounds, and let's see if he can sustain it.
Moves his head well there as Jamal James went to fire back, and you see
I have it 39 to 37 for Jamal James. I think
James is able to good right hand, main close, gets inside, he starts taking advantage of Jamal.
He all he has to do is take a step back, throw a combination on the
wide, and get his stuff off. Like right there, he took a shot.
His physical warfare as well.
Down a little bit.
See, Dulorme is having a good first half of this round right now.
James able to block some of those hooks to the head, but he almost looked like James was lifted up off his feet by one of those hooks. 6'2" welterweight. I mean, Joe, you want to just chop.
Have one style. Even if you're tall, you got to be able to fight guys.
Right, and the
Ugas knocked Dulorme down 2 times. He's in their fight in the 7th round, but he got dropped twice. It hurt you late in the fight, Dulorme.
Well, that shows you that Dulorme...
Williams, he was cut from a headbutt, had a bad gash on his eyelid, attack. Got a knockdown with a beautiful hook, and got a clear...
Right, that was 5 right hands in a row.
I counted 4.
Well, feelings, Brian. Get that nice stuff. We're in the boxing game here. 132 punches.
You see right there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. He's doing a...
Joel Diaz can smell the fact that...
It's a very good fight.
It's a great fight. And Jamal James has proven why he was a big favorite in this fight. Or at least
James again has shown a lot of spunk, a lot of gumption.
That's 2 big right hands. Dulorme, you can tell by the way he reacted to him.
Right hand, and is throwing it when Dulorme is coming in.
Going to have a say in this division, but
able to be accurate with his shots and his combination. I would hope.
That's so I can get a word in.
James has been able to throw multiple jabs in the final seconds here of round number 10. And maybe some rounds. I think that's the sense that we all get here, is that James has been knocked out, and he's been able to get knocked down.
Dulorme, when he went back to the corner, his corner was...
And right now, it looks like Dulorme needs a knockdown
into James's body, where James was able to just back up and absorb it.
Right there. And Jamal James has landed another stress with the right hand off of Dulorme.
Good combination.
corners, and it has not been quiet in Dulorme's corner. Joel.
And you got to give credit to the trainer, Sankara Frazier. It was brilliant against a point trained by a great trainer, Joel Diaz, former chess. You know, you got a tip of the hat to, you know, sometimes guys are just made for you too. I think
was able to get that right hand in. Thing comes easy for Jamal James. He had that. Yeah. And the combined record for his every timeout. And here's Dulorme moving in. Final seconds of this fight. This is his last chance.
Straight, accurate punches. We're trying to make sure the other new